Yo, family, what's going on? It's Ben here, man. Dropping in with another quick, short video for y'all. I like to put out there what helped me or what is helping me get closer to my goals and achieve most of my goals already. You know what I'm saying? But hope everybody is doing well. If this is your first time at the channel, welcome to the channel. You can learn a lot talking to Ben. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the channel. If you are coming back to the channel, I respect you. I appreciate you. If you don't have your post notifications on, you might want to turn them on. You know what I'm saying? Because we're here for the stay, for the long run, consistency, discipline, all that good stuff. But the reason why I dropped this video today is because I just want to say how watching certain podcasts change, my thinking, my critical thinking and, the way I see things. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that might say they want to be like this person, make a certain amount of money like that person, all those things, but they sit around, they might watch cartoons. There's nothing wrong with watching cartoons, but you know what I'm saying? You got to feed your brain what you want to know. A lot of people might not want to read, you know what I'm saying, which is not a problem. I hated reading at a point in time. Now I love it because I love to learn, you know what I'm saying? But watching certain podcasts, hearing the way these people communicate, hearing the way these people think, it only makes you, want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? If you say you want to be rich, if you say you want to be a businessman, if you say you want to be a nail tech, whatever it is, I know I got some females on here too. Whatever it is, consume that type of content. You know what I'm saying? Consume that content of what it is you want to be, because now you're training your brain to be like that. There's nothing wrong with, following the steps of a person. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you'll create your own path, but every leader started as a follower. You get what I'm saying? Every leader started somewhere, based off what they seen someone else do or something like that. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. You're following a good lead. You get what I'm saying? But if you're watching certain stuff or consuming certain stuff, putting it into your brain, that's not valuable to you. I'm not going to tell you you're consuming the wrong stuff, but depending on how you want to live your life or how successful you want to be or anything like that, it probably isn't the best to be consuming that content. You get what I'm saying? So that's one thing on how watching certain podcasts or certain, wealthy people. And I speak on wealth and, richness and, high energy and high frequency, because that's what I am. Let's start there. And one, that's what I, found of what I wanted to be. You get what I'm saying? I wanted to be a high frequency person. I wanted to be, a leader, in some aspects, in which I know I am. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you if you look at me the same way. At the same time, I'm not butthurt if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people's opinion don't hold no value to my life. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people, once again, be asking, where do I start? How do I get in tune with something? Take notes from the people. Watch that podcast. Might be like 2 hours long. It's better than watching someone, pull out a Lamborghini and, stunt on you in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't always look at it in stunting, because I know, I already got the Lamborghini. I can get the Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a problem. So that's not how I view it, but I know that's how a lot of people in the world view it. You get what I'm saying? So, watching things like this, getting a head start, getting to where you want to be. I'm not telling you to follow behind me after everything I do, but if you do watch this type of stuff, or even watch people that's higher than me, you shall get what it is that you're, working towards, or what it is that you want to be out here, or what you want to grow to be. Like I said, business, entrepreneurship, all that stuff, investors, all of that stuff. You get what I'm saying? It is very important to make sure you feed your brain that certain level of knowledge, because if you don't, then where are you starting from, and what do you know? You get what I'm saying? You want to do this, that, and the third, but you don't know how to do this, that, and the third. Go watch that and be consistent with it. A lot of people might turn on one podcast, might be an hour long, but you might doom scroll the whole entire podcast and not take no notes. You might not put no notes in your phone. You know what I'm saying? Journaling. You ain't learning. You're not really there to learn. You know what I'm saying? You're using it as background noise. You get what I'm saying? But, that's other people's life. They're going to do what they do. Like I said, all I can do is give advice of what got me to where I'm going and where I'm at now in certain situations. And I'm thankful for that. I'm highly appreciative of that, because one thing I learned was that motivation only takes you so far. You get what I'm saying? Motivation is just like a spike, like a spike up. But discipline is where you find that longevity and continue to get spikes. You get what I'm saying? Discipline is where it at. You have got to discipline yourself with whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Working out, learning new things, And I promise, as long as you discipline yourself and you continuously put your energy towards what it is that you really want to know, you shall get to where you want to be. I'm going to say this the most humblest way possible. Failing is not an option if you continue to try. You get what I'm saying? Failing is inevitable. Now, if you're sitting there and you're trying to do 6 things at once, yeah, you might fail in a couple of, 2, 3 of them. You might fail in a couple of categories. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, reserve your energy, preserve your energy, and flood your energy into whatever it is, that one thing, or the 2 things. Start with one, though. We all got to start somewhere. Start with it is, that one thing that you really want to know or you really want to get done. You get what I'm saying? Because you're pouring your all into that one thing. Like I said, if you keep trying, keep attacking, keep going after it, you shall not fail. You get what I'm saying? It's impossible to fail. It's impossible. You're going to get tired of losing, and you're going to gain the most wins you can. You get what I'm saying? Not a lot of people understand that. They think, their focus is here, they're putting energy here, not focusing on what's important. You're only dulling yourself down. Like, you're using your knife for too many things. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting sharper. You know what I'm saying? You're just dull. Now you feel tired and drained and weak because all of what you're, putting out there and putting into these things and these subjects and topics of what you want to learn or be great at, it's not coming how you want it to because you're not really focused. You know what I'm saying? Multitasking, it's another thing. Multitasking is somewhat of a myth. The human brain cannot focus on all those things at one time. You may think you can, but like I said, look into the science of it. It's not possible. But like I said, you hear about that one person who did what they had to do on that one thing, and they got to where they wanted to get to. It's because they poured their energy, their focus, and they disciplined themselves along with consistency onto that topic. Then they moved on to the next. They found, let's say, like 60% progress in what they was trying to, get over that hump or where they was. They found progress within that. Then they moved on to the next thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to say it's easy. It is not easy. But if you take your time, if you focus on what it is that you really want to do, what you really want to learn, you will get it done. You will. You know what I'm saying? We're coming from a person who is literally in the middle of a transformation, literally. And, it's a feeling. It's something you know what I'm saying? Like, I decided to say that out loud. So now you know about me, but I don't know about you. You didn't tell me that you were in the middle of a transformation or you're doing things to, you know what I'm saying, change the situation, whatever. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead, wrap this video up, man. I feel like it's not even about what I feel. I know for a fact that this is all going to get better. This is all going to get sharper. This is all going to get cleaner when it comes to whatever that I'm doing, because I know how to work this. A lot of people don't know how to work this. This is the most powerfulest tool on the planet that you have. But a lot of people put it to waste. You know what I'm saying? You can't get in trouble for using this. It's yours. You own it. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, if you watch this video, I appreciate you. I thank you. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe for me. This is only the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And who knows how long your beginning can be. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing YouTube, and I've been at the beginning for a long time. But why? I wasn't consistent. I wasn't, attacking it how I really wanted to, off and on. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, this is only going to get better. I know that for a fact. Appreciate y'all for watching this video, man. Be sure to share it with a friend. Be sure to share it with a family member. You're talking to a wise young man. If there's anything that you would like to get off your chest, we could talk about it, whether it's, life, whether it's finances, whether it's business, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about all of that. I hear all of that. I love learning, you know what I'm saying? And I have an open mind. So I like to hear what other people was talking about or where they might make sense at, or what I don't know and where I don't make sense. You get what I'm saying? We could teach each other, you know what I'm saying? That's human nature. That's bonding. That's love, With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. With that being said, for the 5th time, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, man. Whatever you do, continue to live great over good. Good is too average. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people, you ask them how they're doing, they say, I'm doing good. How are you? That's average. You got more than 70% of the world saying they're doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Change up your words. Change up your mindset. Go watch you a podcast. Change the way you think, and everything around you shall change. With that being said, you have a good one. Y'all have a good one, man. Be sure to tap into the next video, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Much love. See y'all in the next video. Sick little bro in your chest. 4 5s, they at your neck. We get the low, we in them jacks. Dookies on me, I can't stress it. Do his